Now, I'm usually not a fan of magnets. Today we're looking at ALPAKA's ARK Bifold. This is the Bifold cash wallet. We've seen ARK products before in that line, but this is brand new. So let's open this up. This is kind of a little clever packaging we have here. Let's open it up. Okay. Usually they just come in some kind of a plastic bag, so that's a bit of a departure. Seems like we have an OPP style bag. Open this up. And here we go. Woo, yeah, don't eat these. This comes in a couple colors. This is the, looks like we have some protection for the interior and a little advertisement. Nice. This is an army green, but it also comes in black. So those are your two options right now. And ALPAKA gear is prolific in what they create. The product designers have an impressive pipeline of things that are new as well as extensions to their existing product. So let's look at the features of this. Nothing on the exterior of this. If we go to the interior, then we start getting into some action. We have one magnetic closure. I don't know if you noticed this, but there we go. And you know, I'm not really a fan of magnets, but this, I like this because this is a rough material. It is a new material, which we'll talk about. And keeping this thing closed, especially as it starts getting filled. We've seen this with wallets before. It's kind of a mixed bag. If you don't overstuff this, it works just fine. So if we get to the interior, what do we got? We have 4 card slots. We have 1 and 2 here in the front, and then we have 3 and then 4. This one here has a pull strap to it. We'll look at that a little closer, see the interior. And the whole wallet here has a capacity of about 12 cards. And we have right here a billfold pocket. Woo! Oh boy, look at that. Yeah, that is a high-vis orange. Very common on ALPAKA's products for darker areas. It makes a whole lot of sense. You can see what's going on in here. The wallet itself measures 4.2 by 3.7 by 0.6, and it weighs 2.3 ounces or 65 grams. Now the wallet design is familiar to several we've seen, and it is a very effective design. So let's see what it can do. So I got 6 cards in there and 6 slips of cash. And you noticed that it handled right here all the currency, even the very tall yen, which is quite nice. I recommend it up to 12 cards. From a quality perspective, this is designed in Australia and it's made in China. This material, which is new, is not the usual X-Pack material. This is a new custom material called Axogrid, and it's the 300D. Now we're seeing more of their products coming out in this Axogrid material, which is custom to them, so it's their own material, not something else generally available on the market. Now this Axogrid right here, this is a laminate, a material that's laminate with a tear and water resistant grid weave. You can kind of see this weave a little bit in here and get this feel. It's got a really cool texture to it. It's not harsh, it's really quite smooth, but it still has a nice tooth to it. It does have RFID protection, and even though it really doesn't need it, but let's look at the pull strap. So the pull strap is right here. You can kind of see it's a little dark in black. We can pull out the cards, and notice how it doesn't pull them all the way out. It's actually a very nice amount of space that it gives you, and we can see it right there. That's the bridge that the pull strap goes under, and we can see right there how it is sewn into the upper space really nicely. And we have this high vis here too. Now the only risk is on this bridge. It's not sewn on either side, and if by chance you happen to rip this, it's rip stop, but if it happens to rip it by chance, then we're gonna have problems there. Otherwise, it seems to work really well. As of this recording, it is priced for $45. Now, I'm usually not a fan of magnets, as they don't mix with mag strips on the back of credit cards. We're talking about these right here. These are frankly going away over time, but it's going to be a long while before they do. And if you get too close and it's on the wrong polarity, it can demagnetize them, but I'm not seeing this being a problem. And I do like the placement. It keeps it wallet closed, not the material not being stiff. It might keep it open. It fits well in your hand and would be at home both in your front and your rear pocket. The cards are stacked in the slots, meaning that they're not staggered, which means you've got to then dig for them if you have more than one card in each slot, which you probably would. But regardless, they're not going to fall out easy. Easy enough, and a nice addition to the ARK line of accessories that ALPAKA has. Now, on to the final score. For quality of 5, well made. ALPAKA products are really well made. Price of 4, great price for this in my mind. Features of 3, does what it should. Usability of 4. I like some of the features here that make it easier to use, very open, very functional, and perception of 4. Good company, gives us a great score, 4.2 out of 5. If you like this video, then watch this one next, and we'll see you in the next review. Goodbye.